Welcome back. Now, this is the page that we created the last time we were here. We want to do some simple changes or some slight changes on this image that we had. But before that, let me just get back the image or the image, yes, that has our. I'm going to get back. Let me close this. Let me open a folder. I want to open our folder. It's that one. I want us to get this image instead. This is our code, right? And this is the image we added. Now let's delete this image. Let's get back our image here. So let's do, like, for instance, gk circular dot png, I think. Let's try to see whether it loads. Doesn't. Something must be wrong. Yeah, circular, I wrote with an S. Circular, reload. Our image is there. Now, what I want to show you today, suppose you wanted this image to be smaller. This image is too big. You don't want this. How do you reduce the size of images or resize the images to what you are interested in HTML? Now, there is a way to do that. And that is what I want to show you. Therefore, let me jump back here. You see, after you have given the image, or even before, it doesn't matter where, but it has to be inside the img tag. I like to do it after here. You can do something like width equals, and I can do here something like 50 pixels, I think. No, well, yeah, maybe 50 pixels. Let me see what that gives me. Refresh. Yeah, you can see the image has reduced, and there is something I want you to note. Let me just make this 100, and then I say width and height equals 200 pixels. There is something I want to show you here. Refresh. Look at what has happened to my image. It has been stretched because I have resized it and I have given it a height that is more than the width. Very many times you're going to find websites that look like this. If you give this one, for instance, 300 now, so that the width is bigger than the height, just look and see what happens here. Refresh, and now you see this is not my shape. My head looks so broad. It doesn't look like that. If you meet me, I don't look like that. Honestly, I tell you. So this is not it. So you can reduce the size of images by just supplying the width and the height attributes here. So if I get this back to 200, you're going to find that my image is now going to be resized properly. But this is not the best way to do it. That, yes, it works, but there is a simpler way to do this. The browsers understand that you do not need to supply one of these. So I can choose to supply the width and ignore the height, or I supply the height and ignore the width. Either of those is going to work. And how it is going to work is that the browser is going to take the width of the image, resize the image with this width, and then it will automatically resize the height to suit this width without damaging the shape of the image. So if I refresh, the image looks the same. What if I change this to height? Height instead of width. I refresh this, it remains the same. So this is how you resize the images. You supply the height or the width attribute of this, and then you give the width or the height you're interested in. If you want to supply both, maybe for some reason you need to give both width, you just give width, and then you give it the amount of width that you want to give here. Okay, so this only you do this only when maybe for some reason you need to specify both. But if you want your image to retain the shape that it was in, then just apply one item and the other will automatically resize. Thank you so much. Having said that, I'll close here and I will see you in the next section.